guys, we are here at the Children's Library Greenhouse with Lynn Foster, and she is a master naturalist and has had a series of events with us we've been doing virtually for the past year, and we have something exciting coming up. Do you want to tell us about it?
Sure, thank you. On Earth Day, which is April 22nd, which is a Saturday, here at the CALS Children's Library and Research Center, CALS and the Arkansas Monarch Conservancy Partnership are going to be co-hosting a special event, bringing nature to your yard. And last year, you may remember the Naturally Arkansas webinar series, and this year we're going live. And this is going to be a really big event. There are going to be presenters, some of the foremost experts in the state of Arkansas, like Leslie Cooper, Theo Witzel, and Dr. Dan Scheiman, who are going to be talking about bees, butterflies, native plants, and birds, and adding all of those to your garden. And we're also going to have partners who are going to have exhibit tables, some of whom will be selling some things. Arkansas Natural Sky Association, the Sierra Club, the Little Rock Sustainability Office. All sorts of partners are going to be here, so it'll be a chance for people to learn about what they do. And then also we're going to have native plant sellers. We're going to have 5 vendors of native plants who will be here selling native plants. So if people come to the program, they'll be able to buy native plants on site.
You keep saying native plants, and I understand these are some as well. Why is it so important to have a native plant in your yard as opposed to something you pick up maybe at like a Home Depot or a Lowe's?
Native plants are those which have co-evolved with other species, plants and animals, over a period of thousands of years. And so, for example, we're standing in an ecosystem right now. And that ecosystem looked very, very different 300 years ago than what it looks like today. Because basically, we have come in and destroyed or greatly damaged ecosystems. And by putting native plants back into the environment where they belong, we are increasing the numbers of insects and all of the life forms that depend on those plants and insects. Do you feed birds in your yard at all?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we think of chickadees as seed eaters because they come to your feeder and they eat seeds every day. But when chickadees go to raise a nest of young, they have to feed them caterpillars, or those babies are not going to reach adulthood. And it takes 6,000 to 9,000 caterpillars to raise one brood of baby chickadees.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes. And so if your yard is full of Bradford pears or crepe myrtles, how many caterpillars are you supplying to those chickadees? 0, none. Those trees don't host any caterpillars. But this little wild cherry, which I just dug up a couple days ago, it's growing wild in my yard. This is a member of the Prunus genus, and it will support 285 species of caterpillars in this area of the country. So which is going to be better for your yard? This wild cherry or a Bradford pear tree?
I'm thinking it's going to be the wild cherry.
You would be right. And in addition to wanting to host caterpillars, we also want to support pollinators. So bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, and common milkweed is a great plant for that because it's going to flower and pollinators are going to visit those flowers. But milkweed is also a really important species. And if you don't have milkweed in your yard, you should plant some, but it needs to be native milkweed because milkweed is the only plant that monarch butterfly caterpillars eat. So if there are no milkweeds, there's no place for the monarch butterfly to lay her eggs, and there will be no caterpillars, and then no more monarchs. And one of the reasons for the precipitous drop in the population of monarchs in this country has been the fact that we're ripping up milkweed and getting rid of it. So the more milkweed that we can plant in our yards, the better. But it needs to be native milkweed, not There are 21, 22 species of native milkweeds in Arkansas, so there's a lot to choose from.
Okay, great. Well, this sounds like a really important and a wonderful way to spend your Earth Day. So come out to
Absolutely.
Children's and learn how to bring the butterflies and the bees and the hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. Bring all of those to your yard.